Hi, this is Gordy Scott along with my compadre Sam Powell today. We're very excited about today's game. This is the first time in over 20 years that Dracut has made it. I think the first time ever that Dracut has made it to the North Finals here. Moving down to Division III. They've taken out a 5 seed, a 4 seed, and a 1 seed to get here. And they have a tough challenge today against a strong Weston team that comes in beating a 7, 3, and 2 seed on their own as well. And Sam, what do you think today's keys are to the game?
I think the keys are for Dracut is definitely getting a good tempo going early. They need to come out strong. If they don't come out strong, then that can really cost them in the later parts of the game.
I agree. And where we're looking for as far as Dracut coming out of that big game against the number 1 seed St. Mary's, had a great game, and 6 people scored in the double digits. So I think that's the winning scheme today for them if they're going to win this ball game. The players to watch for Weston are number 1, Junior Ugwa. He's unbelievable inside, and they've got a 6'8" player who's a freshman. His name is Sawyer Mayhew. He's really big. He can play inside and outside. So Dracut's going to have to shut those 2 players down, I think, to win today. So we're excited. We hope you guys at home are excited. This is the Division III North Finals, Dracut versus Weston. We'll be right back with the game action. All right, folks, welcome. Glad that you could join us today for today's exciting game, Dracut High School versus Weston boys basketball. And Sam, we got a great game. I know the town is excited. First time we've been to the Songus Arena in some time. I don't think this may be for boys basketball. This may be the first time ever that we've been to the Songus. We're in the North Finals. Sam, just give us some of your thoughts. What do you think the keys are to today, both teams?
For Dracut, it has to be stopping the 6'8" guy out of Weston. He's been Sawyer Mayhew. Is that right? Is that how I say it?
Yep.
Mayhew.
Sawyer Mayhew. Yep.
He looks like he's going to be a monster. He's a little bit skinny, but he can still cause big issues, maybe potentially for Will in the middle there. So he will be shutting him down. And for Weston, it has to be slowing down the ball movement of Dracut. As we know, 6 players in double figures last game in the semifinals. So it has to be trying to force them to not move the ball to get it isolated on one player. If they can isolate one player, maybe they'll be able to take advantage of that.
And let's take a quick look at how both these teams got here. So Weston in the first round played Watertown. Weston was the 10 seed, Watertown was the 7 seed, and Weston defeated them pretty soundly 58-50. Then they moved on to number 2 Pentucket, who's a very strong team, and they beat them by 1 point, so that was a barn burner. So again, a 10 beating a 2 seed. Then Weston went to the semifinals against Shaw Sheen, who was a number 3 seed, and beat them by 4. So this Weston team is basically here to play. They're on a roll. They didn't have a great season, the regular season, but now they're on a roll, similar to what Dracut is. And quickly, let's look at Dracut's road to the championship. They played in the first round Minutemen Tech, and they defeated them 67-51. And Dracut was a 12 seed, Minuteman a 5 seed. And then Dracut played Newburyport, who's a 4 seed. They were 18-3. And the star of the Dracut middies right now is Adrian Torres. He had a last-minute 3 to defeat them by 3 points. And then they played the number 1 seed, 20-2 St. Mary's squad, and won by 4 points. What an exciting game. The last 2 games have been heart-wrenching. And I'm hoping for another one today. So let's go down to courtside for the team introductions.
This game is being conducted under the auspices of the MIAA. Please refrain from negative spectator behavior, which includes cheering, taunting, or downgrading opposing fans, players, coaches, and game officials. Let's make this a positive contest for all young student athletes involved. Today's officials, please welcome Paul Alaric, Kevin Bruner, and Bo Sal. Now let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting middies of Dracut High School. Foreman. The Wildcats are coached by Dick First and the rest of Weston High School Wildcats. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, would you please rise and remove your caps to honor America around the world who defend our freedom and our way of life. Please join the signal.
Well, Sam, if that doesn't get your heart beating and your adrenaline pumping, I don't know what does. So we're going to start out here today, as you saw at the warm-ups. For Weston, Jake Corbett, Brian Hall, Junior Uga, Sawyer Mayhew, and Dana Williams. And for Drake High School, it'll be Farai Zuvaradoka, Mitchell Monette, Cam McCullough, Adrian Torres, and William Peters.
Just getting ready here for tip-off. This is the MIAA Boys Basketball North Division III Championship, Drake and Weston.
And you're going to look for those yellow shoes, Sam, on that court. You can see the Adrian Torres, he's the star for this Middies program. Had a winning shot to get him here in the quarterfinals. Senior Mitchell Monette had the winning three-point shot against St. Mary's in the semifinals. So I don't know if my heart can take anymore. I said in the last game I had to go get some heart medication at halftime because it's such a close game. But got to get excited. Here we go. The Middies in the finals. Tip goes over to Farai Zuvaradoka.
They're swinging the ball around here.
Drake has a slow tempo to start. Just get the nerves out a little bit. Here's Torres. Gets it over to McCullough. Draws a triple team. Pushes it out. Gets it to Zuvaradoka with a runner in the lane. No good. Cam with a rebound. McCullough gets it out to Torres. In the corner for Monette for three. Book it!
Money Mitch with a three-point shot.
Mitchell Monette with a three-point shot to start this game, and that's how Drake wants to start today. Drake at the 12 seed against Weston, the 10 seed, so two Cinderellas coming in here. Shot is no good, and that's by that Sawyer Mayhew, 6'8".
Torres driving in, tries to make the pass, and
it goes off of Torres' foot. And so frantic pace here early. Drake had slowed it down, and then a couple up and downs, and a couple turnovers. One turnover here for Drake. That's the first one of the game for them.
trying to get it down low.
Tipped away by Torres. Coach Myers wants to tip off number 23 there. That's Dana Williams, but doesn't get it. Still talking to the officials. And Dana Williams looks to get something going. They got the 6'8" down there. Will boxes him out. Good box out there by Peters. Here comes Monette on the run. Gets it over to McCullough. McCullough drives, draws the triple team, and they call him for traveling.
Yeah, just one too many steps there.
Another turnover for Drake. They have two on the game already. Weston with none. That's going to be a point of contention here if Drake doesn't want to turn the ball over. You got to be as perfect as you can in these finals.
Early on, this Weston crowd is wild and rowdy.
It looks, looking at the crowd, it looks like we do have more fans from the Drake side, but The Weston folks are all piled in together. And there's a drive. Oh, it looks like he traveled. They didn't call it. Rebound goes away to Monette. Gets it ahead of Torres. He's got a 2-on-1, but he'll pull it out for a 3. It's no good. Rebound goes over to Farai Suvarodoka. Good hustle play by him. Torres again with it. They're letting them shoot the threes. They're playing a zone defense here. Torres will take it. No good. Air ball. And Corbett comes up with a rebound.
Too many missed threes early on.
Corbett gets it outside. There goes Williams. He'll drive. Takes it right at Peters. Peters is straight up. I don't know where the foul was there. He was straight up and down. He said he stepped in front. I don't agree with that call. And that's Will Peters' first foul. First on the team. And Dana Williams gets a chance to put his first points on the board. And he makes the first. So 3 points for Drake at 1 point for Weston. 5:39 left here in the first. You can see the fans there, Drake it. Making some noise on the side. Williams misses the second. And McCullough comes down with a rebound. Monette will slow it down. Get over Suvarodoka. And now it goes back over to Monette. Gets it to Cam McCullough in the corner. Here comes Monette. Farai has it.
Trying to swing around and a travel there. Yeah.
Another turnover for the Middies. That's 3. Already with less than 3 minutes here in the first.
This crowd is targeting Monette, booing every single time he even carries the ball.
They know Mitchell's one of the leading scorers for Drake, so trying to get in his head. But Mitchell's a good player. He's a senior. I don't think that'll affect him at all. Oh, the ball is turned over by Weston. Farai Suvarodoka has a 2-on-1. Lays it in. It's blocked by the 6'8 Mayhew. Torres handles the rebound, gets it back to McCullough, and now back out to Monette.
Suvarodoka
for 3. Oh, no good. But McCullough's there with a rebound. They can't lay it in, and he gets hammered by number 12. That's Jake Corbett. That'll be his first foul. So I like what Drake is doing here. A lot of offensive rebounds. So that's good news here early for the Middies.
What a block by that 6'8" center.
Yeah, Mayhew is a tough inside. And Drake throws it away. Another turnover for Drake. That's 4 turnovers in less than 4 minutes. Drake, it's got to be better with the ball.
Too many mistakes early on. A little bit of a foul by Will that maybe shouldn't have been a foul, and too many travels and too many turnovers overall. It's really costing them early on, but luckily they have been able to keep on to this short 3-1 lead. Low scoring thus far.
Corbett wants a 3. Little short. And Monette with another rebound. Gets it over to Torres. He gets fouled. That's Corbett's second. That's going to be Corbett's second. That's big. Yeah, it is. That's Jake Corbett's second foul. They're going to have to go to the bench.
They're bringing in Will Markman.
Will Markman will replace Jake Corbett. And that's 2 fouls now in Weston. Drake's got to keep attacking and get to the free throw line because they are excellent free throw shooters. They're slowing it down now. They have a 2-point lead, 3-1, 4 minutes left in this first quarter.
They're running a zone, not as much of a man defense.
Yeah,
here.
They're playing a 2-3 zone. Invites the 3-point shot, and Drake loves taking them. Monette can shoot it. There he is. It's partially blocked. And now the referees are going to see if that hit touched the rim or not. They say no. And that'll be a shot clock violation on Drake. That's their 5th turnover. 5th turnover in 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Drake has got to take care of this ball. Here comes Williams, blocked by Peters. And they get the ball back out to Markman.
Three-pointer.
Takes a long 3, no good. Rebounded by Mayhew, and he makes the shot.
And one.
That's Mayhew's first hoop of the game. Foul's going to be on number 23, Cam McCullough. That's his first, team second.
Mayhew early on with a big and one and that big block early on.
So that ties the game up at 3, and Mayhew looking to take the lead for Weston. And he misses the second. And Giancarlo Santiago replaces Farais Zavarodoka for the Middies. 3-3, 3:10 left here in the first. So we've got a defensive battle thus far. Drake's just slowing it down, looking to get an open shot. Looking for Peters. Peters is not open. Now they get it out to Torres. They got to drive the lane here. Nothing there. Torres for 3, a deep 3, hits the front of the rim. McCullough tries to save it, he does.
Good save.
It's over to Giancarlo Santiago, who lays it in for 2. Giancarlo Santiago, a star of the last game, puts his first points on the board.
But you got to talk about that save there by McCullough.
Yeah, great save by McCullough, and there's a reach-in foul. Adrian Torres, his first, team's third. So Drake has a 2-point lead with 2:35 in the first. 5 turnovers for Drake, 1 for Weston.
Uga with Monette.
Uga's a tough player. Takes a 10-foot jumper, no good. Peters gets the rebound, ahead to Torres. Nothing there, gets it to Giancarlo Santiago.
Good
Cam McCullough
pass.
for 3. Just hits the front of the rim, doesn't go in. Mayhew with a rebound.
Uga heading the other way.
Junior Uga. There's Mayhew who can shoot the 3 downtown. And this one's no good. McCullough with another rebound. Here comes Torres. Over to Giancarlo Santiago. He traveled. Stuttered, stepped, and then dribbled. He can't do that. That's the 6th turnover for Drake. And as many minutes here in the first.
Drake holding this small lead, 5-3 early on.
And I think having a low score may come into advantage for Drake. Weston likes to push the tempo a little bit. They got a lot of athletic guards. And then they got the big guy. Here's Uga. He can shoot it. It's a little long. And looks like Weston's got some nerves there. And Santiago comes up with a rebound.
Are you be a reach-in foul there?
Nothing called. Cam McCullough gets it. He's double teamed. He's hammered by Brian Hall. That'll be his first. It'll be the team's third.
Weston foul on number 2, Brian Hall. His first personal foul, 3rd of the team. Remaining possession.
And Drake will have it under the basket. They get it out to Torres, who's open. Santiago looks for something to happen. Drake it again, slow and methodical here. See if we can get it to Peters, see if Peters can make something happen. Peters hit a big 3 in the last game. I asked him after the game if he would shoot some more. He said he may. Santiago stripped, and then it's turned over. So a turnover for both teams there quickly. 2 now for Weston, 7 for the Middies. And as many minutes for the Middies. 1:04 left. Drake it with a 2-point lead, 5-3 is our score. Giancarlo Santiago, ball goes over his head, and another turnover for Drake at 8 turnovers, Sam.
Too many. They need to slow down. They need to try to calm down a little bit. A lot of turnovers, a lot of silly mistakes early on.
Clay Mullen will replace Jake Corbett, will replace Will Markman. And Drake had pretty much plays 7 players.
1 minute remaining.
And there's 1 minute left in the quarter, 5-3 Drake it. And Mayhew, Williams gets it over to Mayhew. Mayhew makes the shot. Nice play there by Dana Williams.
Thus far, unable to slow down Mayhew.
And that foul was on Mitchell Monette, his first, team's 4th. So 4 fouls against Drake, 3 against Weston. And Mayhew looks to take a lead here. And he misses the free throw. He's 0 for 2 from the line. McCullough with another rebound. He drives. And another turnover. McCullough loses the handle, goes out of bounds.
Visible frustration by McCullough.
And you can start seeing some nerves now. They just have to calm down. I think once they get calmed down, maybe in the second quarter, we'll see if we can get a run going here. Monette comes up to play defense on Uga. Uga's a great player. He likes to dribble penetrate.
They got a mismatch down low.
Oh, and it goes off Mayhew's foot, and that's a third turnover for Weston. 5-5 our score, low scoring game. 28.4 seconds, so let's see if Drake will hold it for one shot here.
Torres over to Monette.
They get it over to Juan Carlos Santiago. Oh, and he's
What's the foul here?
Down. Wow, that was really a grab. That's Clay Mullen. So now we're even on the fouls, 4-4.
You can hear
Score
Driggett.
is even, 5-5.
Driggett fans imitating the Weston "You Can't Do That" chant that they were chanting earlier on.
Air ball on the three-point shot by Monette. And there's 9 seconds left for Weston to get a last second shot. There's Uga for three. Uga puts it in. His first basket of the game. And the last shot's no good. So your end of the first quarter, Drake trails Weston 8-5. So the big story of that first quarter, Sam, is 9 turnovers for Drake. If they continue to do that, they'll have 36 turnovers, and you can't win many games with that many turnovers.
For sure, and also the fact that Mayhew, with 2 and 1s, missing both free throws, but also he has 4 points and he has a big block early on in this game. He's been a big key for this Weston team.
Yeah, you're right, exactly right. Mayhew has 4 points. Williams was 1 for 2 from the line, and Junior Uga with a 3-point shot there to end this first period. And that's the total scoring for Weston. For Drake, there's only 2 people that have points on the board. Mitchell Monette with that 3-pointer early to start the game, and Jean Carlos Santiago with the 2-pointer. So not much scoring here. If you like offense, this is not the game for you, but I think things are going to change here in the second period, Sam. We'll see. It looks like Drake stays with the same lineup. Juan Carlos Santiago stays out there for the middies. And the big thing is Jake Corbett, the starter for Weston, has 2 fouls. And he's still on the bench, so that's good news for the middies. They'll get it in, and number 5 will take it. That's Clay Mullen. Gets it over to Uga. Uga drives and lays it in. You got to stop him. He likes to dribble penetrate, and he has now at 5 points for Weston. So as we predicted, Uga and Mayhew are the 2 leading scorers for Weston. And here comes Giancarlo Santiago into Peters, and he's blocked by Uga.
Uga and Mayhew have been the two players who have really been costing Drake early on here.
And Cam McCullough with a steal, 4th turnover for Weston. Santiago goes at the hoop. No good, and Peters comes with a rebound. I believe it was Peters. And there's a foul on the play. That's Clay Mullen's 2nd foul as well. So Monette was the one with the rebound. He'll have 2 free throws. Let's see if Mitchell can. And he misses the first. So Drake trails by 5, 7:21 left. They got to continue to drive it to the hoop and get some fouls on Weston. So Mitchell Monette's 1 for 2 from the line. Drake trails by 4, 10-6. And a reach-in foul by McCullough. That's his second.
Can't get frustrated now.
So let's see. Oh, no one's guarding him. He drives in, air ball, and Santiago with a rebound.
Monette going to bring it up.
Monette's going to drive. Stutter step. Peters with a rebound. He's got 4 guys on him, and it's partially blocked. He can't finish.
McCullough going to play defense on Uga.
And it's blocked by Monette. Gets ahead to Torres. Santiago.
Torres laying it in.
Torres lays it in. His first bucket. He's got 2 points. And Dracut trails by 2. 5 fouls for each team. Dracut, no turnovers as of yet. Torres almost gets one. And it's a jump ball.
Swarm him for the ball.
Jump ball. Oh, there is no jump ball. Actually, Weston takes a timeout. So Weston with a heads-up play. That was Williams. Williams took a timeout, and that's their first timeout of the game. They've got 4 left. And you can see now Dracut's playing with a little more emotion, a little more pep in their step. I think the nerves are all gone now. They've only had 6 players on the court, so those 6 players I think are warmed up and ready to go. For Weston, that was a great play there by Williams calling that timeout to save the possession and save the turnover. So Weston has 4 turnovers, Dracut has 9. Hopefully Dracut doesn't get another one here in the second because they can ill afford to have another one.
Now, who do you think this tempo that they're playing at right now is benefiting?
I think it's Dracut, advantage Dracut, because Dracut wants to get up. They're quick. Dracut's very quick, and I think they're out-heighted a little bit. So you know when you slow it down, as you can see, Will Peters hasn't made a shot inside. They're collapsing that bucket, playing that 2-3 zone. So Dracut wants to get it up and down the court. Don't let that defense set up.
And Guerrero going to check in for Dracut here.
Well, so Tyler Guerrero sees his first action of the game.
McCullough going to take a seat on the bench for a minute.
With 6:33, and McCullough has 2 fouls, so that's a good move by Coach Myers. And Santiago's playing Mayhew. There's Uga with a throw-in play, and Uga now has 7 points for Weston, and they have a 4-point lead. 6:25 left in the first.
There's Torres. Torres driving, and he loses
turnover.
the ball.
Lost the handle, and Weston comes up with it.
There's
Here's Uga. Gets it over to Williams. Looks for Mayhew. Down to Uga. I look for him to drive. Pick and roll, and it's a turnover for Weston. That's their 5th of the game.
Has Torres in the corner if he can find him.
Tyler Guerrero. He's double teamed in the corner. Timeout Dracut. So Tyler Guerrero was stuck in the corner. Coach Myers calls a timeout. Down by 4, 5:49 left. Both teams now with 4 timeouts remaining. Both have 5 fouls, so it's pretty even. They've got to stop Uga, though. That's the big thing is Uga's driving, dribble, penetrating. He's got 7. Mayhew with 4. Dracut again scoring thus far. Mitchell Monette with 4. Santiago with 2. And Torres with 2 for a total of 8. So Dracut's I think they've got to pick up the tempo. I liked what they were doing early. They slowed it down. Try to see if they can get a mismatch with, or try to get Mayhew in foul trouble. But he plays good defense. You got to give it to him. And so I think we'll see if Coach Myers changes his strategy here and tries to get a more up-tempo kind of game here.
You can't really go inside. That's the problem with this team. It's very hard to go inside and score in the paint with that 6'8" Mayhew. I mean, he and Uga both have a block this game thus far, and it's really just you need to go to the mid-range and more to the outside game if you can. But it's really if you can get out in transition, that's your opportunity to get into the paint.
Exactly right. Here we go. Dracut needs a bucket here with 5:40 left in the first.
Torres
down by 4.
7 on the shot clock.
He's got to get it off. 4-3 now.
Step back 3.
Torres no good. And Uga with a rebound. Gets it over to Hall. Back to Uga. Uga wants to drive, but Dracut packed it in. They get it to Mayhew. Handoff is no good. They couldn't make it. Mullen could not finish. They get it ahead to Torres.
Oh.
And blocked. Blocked by Hall.
Blocked by Hall.
Weston with 3 blocks today.
What a play in transition there by Hall.
Zavaradoka will replace Giancarlo Santiago for the middies. And Torres will get it at the top. Gets it over to Monette. Monette gets it out to Torres. He's got a shot, doesn't take it. He'll back it out.
Monette on the line.
Tyler Guerrero posting up. Nothing there. Zavardoka drives. Comes up short and gets his own rebound. So another reset the shot clock for Drake. Drake doesn't want to panic here, but we've got to get something going. Torres is not on today. Peters cannot get the rebound. Mayhew's too tall, but Mitchell Monette comes in from outside and gets the bucket. He's got 6 points.
Drake only trailing by 2 here.
4:25 left. They get it over to Mullen. He's got 2 fouls. Uga from way downtown, no good. And Monette has the rebound. He gets it ahead to Torres. He'll drive. And blocked again by Uga.
Uga with his second block.
And Brian Hall will come back in for Weston.
Uga going to take a seat on the bench.
Now
after
Uga's
that
out, so
block.
we've got to go attack the basket now that Uga's out of the game. I'd go right at Mayhew. Let's see what they do. Drake only trails by 2, 4 minutes left. Being very patient.
Peters has Torres behind him. He didn't see him.
And a turnover. And it looks like Monette zigged when he should have zagged there. And Peters throws it out of bounds. That's the 11th turnover now for the Middies.
5 blocks for Weston in the first half already. It's been a big key.
And Williams will bring it up for Weston. They get it over to Hall. Inside to Mayhew. Oh, they went right by him. Mayhew with a stutter step. They went right by, and he picks up his 6th point of the game, and the lead's back up to 4. Oh, he gets held there, no call. Guerrero for 3, comes up short. Mayhew with another rebound. He's dominant down there at 6'8", and he can dribble the ball too. Looks like a point guard out there. Williams gets it over to Van Houten. And then they get it over to the corner for 3. That's Clay Mullen, his first basket of the game.
That's Weston's biggest lead of the game, leading by 7 here. 17-10, 3 minutes remaining.
Gets it over to Zavardoka. Big thing is Drake, it's not shooting well from the outside, and just when I say it, Monette hits a 3. Cuts the lead to 4. Monette now with 9 points for the Middies, leading scorer. All scorers. Van Houten puts it up, no good, and the Middies come up with a rebound. They got to push the tempo. Got to attack the basket. Oh, it looks like a foul. They don't call anything. Williams with a steal, gets it ahead to Van Houten, his first of the game, and the lead's back up to 5. Or 6, rather. 19-13. 2:23 left.
Now you're starting to see the offense come out that we didn't see in the first quarter.
They like to reach, and the refs are not calling it. Referees are not calling the fouls here.
Couple of missed potential fouls there by Weston that were not called, and as a result, couple of turnovers for Drake.
Van Houten looks like he's hurt, and Uga will replace him for Weston, and Zavardoka will be replaced by Santiago. So, 2:13 here in the first. Weston leads 19-13.
Giancarlo Santiago stepping in for Farai.
There goes Mayhew. Can't make it. Will Peters comes with a rebound. Gets it ahead. Just push it. Keep going. Torres, we need one, Torres. He puts it in. Finally, Torres gets one. And he's got 5. The lead's cut to 3 with 1:50 left. Here comes Uga. Dribble penetrate. Over to Mayhew. Oh, he misses the layup. And Peters gets it ahead to Santiago. He gets fouled, and they don't call. Oh, they do finally call it. Oh, my God, he's getting killed out there. That's Clay Mullen's 3rd foul.
Weston foul, number 5, Clay Mullen, his 3rd personal foul.
And he'll be replaced by number 22, Alton Jenkins, his first action of the game. And that's good news. Weston's got Corbett with 2, Mullen with 3, so they got to keep attacking those to get him out of the game.
They need to get Mayhew or Uga in foul trouble as well. Those two have been killing them.
McCullough's back in. Oh, wide open. Oh, and Uga with a block.
No call. That maybe should have been a foul.
He had no defensive position, got him from the backside. And there's a block by Modet. And it'll be Weston ball. Here comes Mayhew out of the game. Mayhew's out of there. Corbett's back in. He's got 2 fouls. So Drake, when they get the ball, they've got to attack him.
Setting up a play.
Uga gets it. Corner 3, no good. Oh, and Cam gets a rebound and gets hammered. And they call it, and guess what? That's Jake Corbett's 3rd foul.
Drake it in the bonus.
Oh, sorry, that's against number 2 rather than 12. So that's Brian Hall, his 2nd. And that'll be 7. That puts the Minis at the line. So McCullough needs to make these free throws with a 3-point deficit. 19-16, 1:10 remain on the clock. And Mayhew didn't sit long, did he? Has to come back in.
Corbett taking a seat right back on the bench.
So let's see if McCullough can cut the lead to 1 here. Makes the first. That's McCullough's first point of the game. And it's a big one. 1:10 left. Drake trails by 2. 5 fouls on Drake, 7 on Weston. McCullough makes the second. And that cuts the lead to 1, now 19-18. And Williams will bring it up for Weston. 1-point game, 1 minute. 1 minute left in the first half.
1 minute remaining in the quarter.
They get it down to Mayhew. He takes a 12-footer, no good. Gets his own rebound. Peters steps in and commits the foul. And Mayhew lays it in, and his 8th point of the game.
That's 3 times he's been fouled and scored the bucket, but he hasn't been able to capitalize the first 2 times on these free throws. We'll see if he capitalizes this time.
Peters picks up his 2nd foul, and if I was Coach Myers, I'd get Peters on the bench here. We don't want to pick up a 3rd foul here in the first half. Mayhew makes the free throw. He now has 9 points for Weston, and they have a 3-point lead. Van Houten, who looked like he had a shoulder injury, is back into the game. He'll replace Dana Williams.
On the court for Drake right now, Monette, McCullough, Santiago, Peters, and Torres.
And McCullough sees Torres open in the corner. Torres gets it out of there. Uga plays defense on him. Back to Torres, over in the corner again, Santiago. He gets mugged and no call. He calls a foul. The ref underneath did call the foul. Foul's on number 22, Alton Jenkins. And that's his first, but that's the team's 8th. That'll put Santiago at the line for 1-1. Williams checks right back in for Van Houten. Santiago made some key free throws against St. Mary's, and he needs to make them again right now, and he does. He makes the first. He now has 3 points, leads down to 3 again. 22-19, 35 seconds left. Santiago's good on the second, so big free throws there from Santiago. He has 4 points. Leads down to 22-20 now. So they put the score on the wrong side, so it's leads down to 2. And 25 seconds left. Shot clock is on, 18 seconds, 7-second differential. Williams is wide open in the corner, gets it outside, passes up the shot. Here comes Williams, he drives, gets it over to Mayhew, who's fouled, and it doesn't fall, but that's Cam McCullough's 3rd foul. And he picks up his 3rd foul, and that's going to hurt the Middies.
Both teams in the bonus. 8 fouls for Weston, 7 fouls for Drake at this quarter.
Mayhew at the line, makes the first. He now has 10 points. Mayhew, he is 2 for 4 from the line, looking to go 3 for 5, but doesn't. He's now 2 for 5 from the line, so not very good high percentage free throw shooter here. Santiago with 6 seconds gets over to McCullough. To Torres in the corner. And he gets fouled
That's a big foul
on the three-point shot. With 1.5 seconds, he's hit, and it looks like he's bleeding. I don't know if we can get a shot of him down there.
Weston foul number 22, Walton Jenkins. The second personal foul.
And he's got a bloody nose. You can see it there. Torres will be shooting 3, but they're giving him a minute here to collect himself.
Oh, we have a bloody nose on the other side, too. Mayhew is a bloody nose as well.
So Tyler Guerrero will come in to replace Torres, and we hope Torres is okay. You can see he's holding his nose, blood all over his hand.
Mayhew seems to be walking away. But let's see what's going on here.
He's
on
getting
the other
medical
side.
attention, so Guerrero will come in to shoot the three free throws.
Mayhew going back to the locker room right now.
Oh, they're going to say it was on the floor, so Mayhew is bleeding. I don't know what happened, if they bumped heads. I didn't see what happened there. Oh, and Tyler Guerrero misses the free throw. So, at the half, your score, Weston 23, Drake at 20. Let's quickly go through the scoring totals here for Drake. We have Mitchell Monette with 9 points. Guerrero was 0 for 1 from the line, so he didn't pick up his first point of the game. McCullough, the story is 3 fouls for him. He's got 2 points. Santiago with 4 points. Torres with a foul and 5 points. Peters has 2 fouls, no points. And for Weston, we've got Jake Corbett with 3 fouls, or rather 2 fouls, no points. Brian Hall has 2 fouls. Clay Mullen, it's a big story, 3 fouls, 3 points. Uga stayed out of foul trouble and has 7. And Van Houten has 2 points. Sawyer Mayhew, the leading scorer for Weston, with 10. And Dana Williams added 1 for 2 on the free throw line. So, Sam, I don't think Drake has to panic here going into halftime. They only trail by 3. They're used to this position. Every game, I think they, except for the first game against the Minutemen Tech, they trailed at halftime. So this is familiar territory for the coach, and I think he just takes them in. And I think what they have to do here is they have to speed up the tempo. Your thoughts?
I completely agree. I think that the fact that when they slow down the tempo, we've seen that Weston has been able to block their shots a lot. Uga has 3 blocks. Mayhew has added 2. So it's very important for them to maybe try to get out in transition. If they can get out in transition ahead of those 2 players, maybe get a jump start on them, maybe they can get back in the lead here.
Well, we'll see what happens in the second half. We'll be right back with more Drake at Weston final action right after this. All right, folks, welcome back to the Northern Division III North Finals here. We got Drake and Weston. We're back. I'm Gordy Scott here with Sam Powell. Sam, what do you think Coach Myers said to the boys halftime?
Need to avoid getting in foul trouble and turnover trouble. They had 12 turnovers in the first half alone, and they need to get out in transition more. For sure, that had to be a key for them when they went into the locker room. What do you think about Weston?
I think for Weston, they want to do what they've been doing. Let Uga attack the basket, dish it down to Mayhew because the double comes over, and they've only got 5 turnovers, so they're taking good care of the ball. As you said, Drake has got 12, and that's why they trail by 3. But they did do a little bit better in the second half. They had 9 in the first and only 3 in the second quarter. So Drake will have the ball to start the game.
Looks to only be 4 middies on the court right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Torres looks like to be okay. He had that bloody nose. Mayhew had a bloody nose. Santiago will be starting in the second half for the middies. He comes right off the bench. And so that's good to see Torres back on the court. Mayhew was also bleeding, and he's back on the court. So they look like it was just a couple bloody noses. And they're fine other than that. And 7:40 left here in the first. Drake has got 10 seconds on the shot clock. And they get over to Santiago. Back to Torres for 3. No good. And Mayhew with a rebound. He's tough down low. McCullough stays in the game. He's got 3 fouls, but he'll start the second half. Uga for 3. Boxed out. Good box out there by McCullough, and Peters comes up with the rebound. McCullough wants to drive. He dishes out to Monette. Monette takes it in, gets it to Peters, and it's blocked by Mayhew.
Once again, I mentioned the blocks at the beginning of the second half, and there it is right there.
Williams is fouled by, I think that's going to be Monette. Could have been. Nope, they call it on Santiago. So that's the first team's first for Santiago. Dana Williams, he's 1 for 2 from the line. Let's see if he can make any here. Misses the first. Now he's 1 for 3. And the middies, I think, need to push the tempo a little bit. Just push it down and go right at the basket. You can see Weston's got 2 players deep back, so they're ready for it. And Williams makes the second. He now has 2 points. He's 2 for 4 from the line.
And Monette bringing it over to Torres.
Now they go to a 1-3-1. Weston switches to a 1-3-1 defense. And let's see. Exactly what they got to do is bring Peters up high against it. And Draken hasn't been shooting well from the 3-point line, so they got to trap the ball there. And Draken calls a timeout. Coach Myers has to get him in a different offensive set here against that 1-3-1 trap. They take their second timeout. They have 3 remaining in the game. And it remains a 4-point lead now after the only basket of the second half is by Dana Williams on the free throw line. And Myers will draw something up. He's trying to tell him, look, you can't get the ball in the corner. They're going to trap you down there.
Make sure they keep it up top and keep that ball moving. They like to, once someone starts to dribble too much, then they like to trap them, double or triple team.
Exactly, and Myers didn't want to call a timeout there. He wants to save him for the end of the game, as this looks tending to look like it's going to be a close one again for the middies. But he has to call it to get him reset. And I don't feel the energies I felt from some of the previous games, albeit this is a lot bigger auditorium than the Wakefield High School, but you just sense something with Drake. They're just not, they don't have that eye of the Tiger tonight. That same quickness and pep in their step as they look like they had last game. Santiago tries to save the air ball from Monette, and he goes out of bounds. Another turnover. That's the first turnover from Drake. Santiago out of bounds.
4-point game here. Just over 6.5 minutes left here in the third quarter, and they're going to get it down low to Mayhew.
McCullough goes straight up, and Mayhew puts it in. He now has 12 points. So Mayhew and Uga are the 2 players here for Weston. Torres gets it knocked away.
Santiago.
And he gets hammered, and they finally call it. I don't know what the referee was waiting for. Foul's going to be on Brian Hall, his third. So this is what Drake has to do. They've got 2 players with 3 fouls, and Corbett with 2. So they've got to take it right at those guys, get them out of the game, and make them go to the bench.
2 very riled up crowds here.
Santiago is blocked by Mayhew. Gets it ahead to Williams. Williams on the run. Lays it in. Oh, no good. There for the rebound, but no good by Hall. And Peters comes up with the rebound. He's fouled. Looks
behind
like
the back. 3 by Torres is.
Oh, no, short. They get it ahead to Williams, and they turn it over. Torres with a steal. Now they get it up to Santiago. It's tapped out.
Hall
and it'll
wanted
be
the
Drake
foul.
at ball.
Hall was looking for a foul on Monette for trying to block him to get out of bounds.
And he bumped into him. He's created the contact. Monette was just standing still, so I don't know what he's complaining about. McCullough will get it. Gets it out to Santiago. Now McCullough takes it. He wants to drive. Nothing there.
It's Torres.
They got that 1-3-1 trap. Here comes the trap in the corners. Santiago gets it out of there. Monette, they need to take a shot. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Santiago pulls up. No good. McCullough with a rebound and gets fouled.
The and one by Cameron McCullough, the senior.
And let's see. So that's his first. The big guy, Mayhew, with a foul. And Hall will be replaced by Mullen for Weston. So we got to take the ball right at Mullen with 3 fouls. Zavarodoka will come in replacing Santiago. That cuts the lead back down to 4 now. Drake trails by 4. If Cam can make this free throw, finish the 3-point play, the lead will be back down to 3 right where we started half. And makes it. Cam McCullough 3 for 3 from the line. He's got 5 points.
The seniors coming up big in this game, this biggest game of their career, arguably. I think it's pretty clear that this is the biggest game. Would you agree?
Yes, definitely is. And Zavarodoka comes up with his first foul. I mean, this is something special. You're a senior. This could be your last basketball game. You're playing at the Songus Arena, and there's a steal by Zavarodoka. Turnover again by Weston. Zavarodoka cannot finish. And Zavarodoka, he said he was out of bounds.
Coach Myers did not like that call.
And the fans don't like that. Fans do not like that. Gary, we may have to play this one after 10 o'clock. Here we go. Weston's back on the run. Williams trying to drive. Dishes it over to Mayhew. There's a scruffle on the floor, and McCullough comes away with it. Another steal by McCullough. Drake gets on the run. This is what they got to do. Up tempo. Here goes McCullough. He wants it. Oh, can't make it. And rebounds taken away by Corbett.
There's Uga with the ball now.
So 2 freshmen from both teams. Uga with a 3, no good. Grabbed by Zavarodoka. He's on the run. He dishes it back to Monette. Monette will take it in, gets it back out to Zavarodoka for 3, no good.
McCullough with the rebound.
Again, Zavarodoka, no good. And Mullen comes up with a rebound, gets it ahead to Williams. Williams lays it in, and they call a foul on McCullough. That's going to be his 4th foul.
4 fouls for McCullough, in foul trouble here.
And he'll have to come out of the game.
Ready smile, number 23, Cam McCullough, his 4th personal foul.
And Williams will go to the line. He's 2 for 4 from the line tonight. And he's shooting it right at 50% on the game. Let's see if he can improve that. He does. He now has 3 points. He's 3 for 5 from the line. Checking in for Weston will be number 20, Will Markman. And let's see who replaced. Santiago will replace McCullough. And that's a foul on number 12, Jake Corbett, over the back. And that'll be his 3rd foul.
3 Weston players in foul trouble.
So we've got Corbett, Hall, and Mullen all with 3. So Drake trails 27-23, 3:40 left. Get over to Zavarodoka. They got to get these guys in foul trouble. Attack right at him. Torres gets it, has a little trouble with it. Now they'll slow it up. Torres is open. Takes a runner and makes it and is fouled.
What a shot by Torres.
His 7th of the game. Let's see who they call that foul on.
Corbett with 4 now in this game.
So Corbett's got to come out. He picks up his 4th foul. Uga will replace him. And that cuts the lead to 2 points now. 3:24 left. Weston has 4 fouls now in this half. And Torres misses the free throw, but has 7 points. Ball's blocked away by Peters, and it'll be Weston ball. So another good game, Drake. It's in another tight one here. And
Seems like it's going to come down to
Just
the wire.
when we say that, a timeout is called by Weston. That's their second timeout. Each team has 3 timeouts, 3:17 left here in the third. Drake trails by 2. Drake doing a better job trying to get to the hoop tonight. And now Corbett picks up his 4th foul. That's big. He's the starter. Hall's also in there, number 2 starter with 3 fouls. And Mullen off the bench has 3 fouls. Scoring for Weston, Junior Uga has 7. Sawyer Mayhew has 12. Williams has 3. Van Houten has 2. And Clay Mullen with 3 for the Middies. Mitchell Monette has 9 points on the night. Cam McCullough with 5. Santiago with 4. And Torres with 7. So again, pretty equal scoring for the Middies. The only ones that aren't on the board yet that have been in the game is Guerrero and Zavarodoka. So if those guys need to put some points on the board, if they can do that, we can retake the lead and possibly win this game tonight.
It's going to come down to the wire, and everybody likes a good game. Don't you like a good game?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can take another one of these close ones. I don't know if my heart can take another one of these. But we're back in action. 3:14 left. Weston has it. It's knocked away, and it's an out of bounds. That's their 4th turnover of the half. 4 turnovers for Weston in this period, 1 for Drake, and that's the story. And here comes Drake on the run. Gets it over to Santiago. Santiago's looking to drive.
We're speeding up right here.
Trying to speed up the tempo a little bit. Trailing by 2. Monette gets it at top. The fans are giving him the what for. They get it into Peters. Peters drives. Oh, he can't finish it. He's fouled. Let's see who they call this one on.
The Drake fans chanting MVP for Will Peters.
Dana Williams with his first foul, and Peters will go to the line. He has not scored yet either. So let's see if Will can get his first bucket of the game. It's no good. And Drake still trails by 2, 2:51 in the third left. Peters for the second, and it rims out. So Peters 0 for 2 from the line. And Drake can't tie up this ball game. They've tried, just had a couple chances. Oh, Mayhew goes for the dunk, and he can't make it. Santiago comes up with it, gets it over to Torres for 3. Oh, no good.
What a
and
play
Weston
that
with a rebound. Uga on the run.
Loses
He's
handle.
out of control.
Zavarodoka for the ball. It's a handle. It's a 5 for the ball, and it's going. Williams
Peters
is turned over.
With a steal. 5 turnovers for Weston. That's a foul, and they don't call it. Oh, my Lord. Number 5, Clay Mullen almost tackled him, and there's no foul called.
What a sequence right there.
And this is the tempo that I think Drake wants to play.
This fast-paced tempo definitely favors Drake, favoring the shorter, more athletic team.
So you would think with 3 officials, one of them would get that, but Drake can't buy a break here. Shots aren't falling, and fouls aren't getting called.
Zavarodoka was looking for the fadeaway.
And can't make it. 2 points, still the lead for Weston.
And
Williams
Peters with the
attacks.
blocks.
Peters with a block. And Torres brings it up. Gets it to Monette. Oh, looked inside. It was there. But a turnover for Drake. That's their second of the period.
Tried to get it over the head of Mayhew, and Mayhew was too tall for it.
Mayhew dished from Williams, and Mayhew makes it 14 now for Mayhew.
Zavarodoka going to bring out the ball here. Going to give it over.
4 in this period for Mayhew. Zavarodoka with a travel. Another turnover for Drake. That's their third, 15th of the game. Third of this period. Tyler Guerrero comes in, replaces Farai Zavarodoka. And Peters, McCullough sneaks up on Williams. He's playing full court pressure on Uga. Lead is 4, 29-25 Weston, 1:13 left in the third. 5 fouls on Weston, 3 on Drake. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining. And he's out of bounds. Another turnover for Weston. That's their 6th of the period and 11th of the game. And that's what's keeping the Middies in this ball game.
Frustration with Weston there.
And Van Houten will check in. Van Houten will replace Brian Hall. So Drakett's down by 4 with a minute left. They've got to get a basket here. Desperately need a basket here. They're double teamed. Santiago's double teamed. Gets it over to Monette. Monette drives the lane. Looks like he's fouled. No call. Again, no call. And finally, a call comes.
And that one's going to be on
number
on
5,
Mullen.
Clay Mullen. That's his 4th.
Weston foul on number 5, Mullen.
So now Corbett has 4th, Mullen has 4, and Hall has 3. This is exactly what Draken has to do. Get those 3 players out of the game, 2 of the starters out of the game. Now they're got to go to the bench. And that's maybe where Draken can take an advantage. Peters hasn't made a free throw yet. Makes his first. He's now 1 for 3. That's his first point of the game. Cuts the lead to 3.
Hall going to come back in the game for Mullen.
And he's got 3 fouls. 29-26 your score. Peters can cut it to 2 with a make. Doesn't make it, but
Monette
come
on
up
the
with a rebound. Gets it inside to Peters. He's triple teamed. Gets it out to Santiago.
Santiago has Monette in the corner for 3. Oh,
Can't make it. And the ball goes out of bounds on Mayhew, and it'll stay Middies basketball. 3-point deficit. This is where we started the second half, and it's still a 3-point game.
If Drake chose, they could run the clock down to 1.4 left. They have 31 seconds remaining in the quarter.
But Peters goes in and gets it blocked again from Mayhew.
Fight for the ball again, and it's...
Uga is fouled. And that's going to be a foul on Monette, his 2nd. And that'll be the 4th team foul for Drakeit.
Middies foul number 4, Mitch Monette, his 2nd personal foul, 4th on the team.
So still a 3-point game, 25 seconds left. Weston has 6 fouls, so Drakett's got to get them to foul. Then they go to the free throw line. They can win from the free throw line. They haven't been all that good from the free throw line tonight. They're about 7 for, let's see, 7 for 13 from the line, so about 50%. But if they can get some free shots from the free throw line, they can get right back in this game. Hall goes up, blocked by Peters, turned over. And Torres with the last second shot, which is no good. And we ended right where we started. 3-point game, 29-26 Weston. So scoring now for both teams. Let's go through it quickly. Clay Mullen is in foul trouble. He's got 4 fouls, but 3 points. Uga with no fouls and 7 points. Van Houten with 2 points. Mayhew has, he has 14 points on the night. Dana Williams with 3. For the Middies, Monette has 9. McCullough he has his 4 fouls. He's on the bench, but he's got 5 points. Santiago with 4. Torres was 7, starting to come on as of late. And Peters 1 for 4 from the line with 1 point. And it's a 3-point game. The story is, again, Drakeit has a total of 16 turnovers. Weston, 11 turnovers. And that's pretty much the game. It's pretty even. Sam, with 3 down by 3, what are you going to do here as a coach?
As the coach, I think you need to focus on shutting down Mayhew at all possible. 14 points. He has been their main focal point on the offensive end. If you can shut him down and maybe try to force it into the hands of him and Uga and into the hands of other players, potentially you can get this lead back on your favor and maybe pull out a game winner late again, like they did in that other game with Torres.
Exactly right. Van Houten will stay in for Weston. Other than that, all the starters are in for Weston. Drakeit, Santiago will be in there, and the other 4 are all starters. So both teams with still their 4 starters in the game, and it's a 3-point lead. Weston with the ball.
It looks like Guerrero's in the game actually, so he's not a starter, but he's playing.
Guerrero and Santiago are both bench players. And he was out of bounds, I believe they call it. Out of bounds, and it's another turnover, 12th of the game for Weston. So 12 turnovers for Weston, 16 for Drakeit. Drakeit's got to push the tempo here, try to score quickly. To get into the corner, they got to get out of that corner. And it's knocked away by Uga, but it'll remain Middy's basketball. They can't go to that corner with this 1-3-1 trap because they're going to just trap it in the corner. You got nowhere to go with the out of bounds line right behind you. This is where you want to keep it at the top of the key and look for the opposite side right where Guerrero is. Open.
Torres, no good for the three.
Torres can't make it.
They're going to go on the other end. That's a size mismatch.
Mayhew lays it in. He's got 16. And the lead's back up to 5 now for Weston.
Mayhew towering over Torres there.
That's where you got to go, opposite side, corner. Now Peters backs down Mayhew. Lays it in. Peters finally gets on the board with a basket. He's got 3 points now, 1 from the line, 2 and one basket from the floor. Here Drakeit goes with a trap now.
Good steal by Guerrero.
Gets in the corner for Torres. He passes up the 3. Oh, goes in. Looks like he was fouled, nothing called. Guerrero with a rebound, lays it in. Guerrero with his first points of the game, and the lead's back down to 1.
That is a big shot late by Tyler Guerrero.
6 minutes, 30 seconds. Torres with a steal, and then Williams commits the foul. The tide is turned.
Williams careful not to get a tech there, yelling in the ref's face.
And that'll put Drakeit to the line. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Torres will go to the line. Torres, that defense is unbelievable. He's just so quick.
You can see there, 23, Williams very upset with the call there.
Number 30, Adrian Torres at the line, shooting 1 and 1.
So finally, the referee's starting to make some foul calls. And Torres makes the first, and that ties the ball game at 31. Torres has 8 points on the night. Coach Myers likes it. This is exactly what all the other games have come to. The Drakeit's been trailing most of the game, and then in the fourth quarter, they turn it around. Let's see if they can do it again. And Torres takes the lead. There's a whistle.
Oh, and
Santiago was in too early. Was in too early. So it'll remain tied, 31-31, 6:29, and we have ourselves a ball game again.
And once again, no matter who wins this game, amazing effort by both teams. Both teams very deserving to get here, and now we're having a great game here in the finals, the MIAA Division III Finals. Uga driving to the rack, and he puts it up, and no good. A rebound by Peters.
Peters with the rebound. Here comes Monette, gets in the corner.
Torres for 3!
Torres!
And
can you believe this?
Take a look at that Drakeit crowd right now. I mean, they're going crazy right now.
Drakeit comes back from 7-point deficit, and the Drakeit fans are going crazy. This is 3 points. Another big shot from Torres, a freshman. He has ice running through his veins. Wow. I'm speechless, Sam. Speechless.
What a shot.
Wow. That's coming up big time. When the coach calls your number and you get the ball, you sink it. Finally, he's been cold most of the first half, and now he's heating up. You got to keep giving him the ball. He now has 10 points on the night. 11 points with that 3. He's got 2 3-pointers. 2 2-pointers, and he's 1 for 2 from the line.
And we would think that the freshman may have jitters being in his first playoffs, but he's stepping up big here in this finals.
Unbelievable. And he didn't play much in the beginning of the year. He probably played 4 to 8 minutes a game, and now he doesn't come out. So a great defender.
What a story for him.
The future looks bright with Adrian Torres as a midi. So, and you can't miss him with those yellow shoes. Sam, are you going to go buy some of those yellow shoes? I think you should get some.
See, I would, but I don't think I have the budget for that right now.
All right, well, Drakeit has a 3-point lead, just under 6 minutes left. Mayhew gets it to the corner. Now out to Uga. Mayhew sets a screen. Oh, and a foul. That was a foul there on Torres. That's his second.
You're talking about sneakers. Look at Uga's sneakers as well.
Torres' second
And Williams got some bright pink ones.
All the colors of the rainbow all over the court right now.
So they get the ball into Uga. Corner shot from Hall is blocked.
They're going to call a foul here. It looks like maybe on Monette. Is that what they're going to call it on?
Yep. That's his third. That's his third foul. So Mitchell with 5:44, he can't pick up another one. And let's see what Drake does here on defense. See if they can get another defensive stop. Low scoring game, 34-31. Mayhew in the lane, passes it right to Torres with a steal, another turnover. Torres is going to get trapped.
He's going to get doubled here, stolen.
He does, he loses it. That's the fifth turnover for Drake.
2-on-1, and they're going to call foul on Monette again.
And Coach Myers is arguing the call. And Monette has 4. That's huge for the Middies. They can't afford to lose Monette. 5:29. Both teams have 7 fouls. They're both in the bonus now. They'll be shooting the rest of the game. Drake has a 3-point lead. And Uga makes the first. That's his 8th point of the game.
This game's got you on the edge of your seat here.
34-32, Drake it. Uga can cut it to 1, but misses. Mayhew puts it in. Mayhew with a tap back. He has 18. Oh, actually, they call that for Hall, rather. His first basket of the game. Santiago gets trapped. Over to Torres in the corner for 3. No good. Guerrero tries to get the rebound. Just can't quite reach it.
And
a steal.
Torres to the rack with the layup, and that's a goaltend. They don't call it, but it does not matter. It gets put back up and in.
Guerrero with his 4th point. And Guerrero puts the Middies back up by 2 with 5:01 left.
Uga is hurt. Let's take a look at Uga over there limping.
Oh, that could be a big story. Looks like he's holding his groin area.
That would be huge if Uga has to step out of this game.
Yeah, that's huge for Weston if he can't come back. Looks like he's okay though, sitting on the bench. And your score there, you see it, 36-34. Drake it. 5:01 left. Both teams are in the bonus. 7 fouls each. That timeout was taken by Weston. They have now 2 timeouts left. Drake it has 3 timeouts. Pretty even game throughout. The big story here for Drake, McCullough still on the bench with 4, Monette with 4. For Weston, Corbett has 4, Mullen has 4, and Hall has 3. And if they can get Drake can get a couple of these kids fouled out, they're going to have to go deeper to the bench, kids that haven't seen the floor.
A big story as well. Torres and Guerrero both stepping up in the second half. A couple of big buckets by Guerrero and a couple of big shots by Torres. Both of them stepping up here late, giving the Middies this late lead.
Absolutely. Guerrero does a great job getting those rebounds, and I don't think he's going to come back out of the game here with 2 guys in foul trouble. Monette stays in. He's got 4. They get it over to Williams. Gets it down to Mayhew. Guerrero tries to block it but can't, and Mayhew puts it in. That's his 18th point of the game, and Guerrero picks up the first foul. And that ties the game at 36. Mayhew can put Weston back in the lead with a make here. And does. 19 for Mayhew. And Weston has the lead again, 37-36. Back and forth we go. Ill-advised pass by Monette with it, and then he comes back with a tap away.
And they're going to give it to Weston here.
So that's the 6th turnover of this half for Drake. They now have 18 on the game. Weston has 15 turnovers, 10 in the second half.
And early on, there wasn't this big game feel, but I think you can feel it now that there's in the air. There's this big game feel in the air, and it's
tapped away by turnover again. Steal by Peters. They get it to the center. Santiago drives, gets it up to Monette. Monette's got an open shot, doesn't take it. Gets it into Peters. Back to Peters, give and go. Looks like he was fouled, no call.
And Mayhew, despite his size, does an excellent job of avoiding getting those fouls.
And Myers going to go to McCullough off the bench with 4 fouls. Santiago comes up with a big rebound. 4 minutes left. They're going to trap him there. They get it back to Monette. Monette looks inside, sees Guerrero. Looks like he got hit. No call again. And Myers is going crazy. Where's the call? And I agree. Williams drives and puts it in. Williams, his 5th point of the game, and the lead goes up to 3 now for Weston.
Just under 4 minutes to go here. 3.5 now.
3:30 left. Drake trails by 3. Santiago has it in the corner. Pull-up jumper, no good. Guerrero tries to get the rebound. He says Guerrero knocked it out. This referee seems he's pro-Weston and anti-Drake. Not one call from that referee, that official going Drake's way. And Weston has a 3-point lead. I like to check that referee, see if he's from Weston or not.
And you never like to blame the way the game is going on a referee call, but
Uga for 3, no good. McCullough back in the game with a rebound. Gets it ahead to Santiago. He lays it in for 2. Santiago with his 6th point cuts the lead to 1. 2:50 left. Let's see what Weston wants to do here with a 1-point lead. Mayhew's going to set the screen. Drake is calling for defense. The Drake crowd comes alive. Williams spins, gets it to Mayhew, and he lays it in. Mayhew with 21 points now.
Mayhew
leads back to 3.
Been huge for Weston.
Back door for McCullough, for Monette rather. It's blocked. And Weston has a 3-point lead with 2:15 left.
And now they're going to slow it down.
Smart playing there by Weston. Don't need to score with a 3-point lead.
And that ref is screaming at Myers.
Torres was his 3rd. 2 hands on the offensive players, an automatic foul. And it's still a 1-on-1 now for Weston. 9 fouls for Drake. So Williams will shoot a 1-on-1 with a 3-point lead. He's taking his time, contemplating it. This is a big shot. It doesn't go in. McCullough with a rebound. Drake, it's got to score here. We're almost at 2 minutes. 2:02.
There's that, once again, that trap. Torres for 3.
To tie.
Good.
Torres with the 3-pointer. He now has 14 for the Middies. They tie it up 41-41, 1:54 left.
The amount of big shots that kid has made.
And there's Torres. He's on the bench. He needs a rest. He can sleep tomorrow. We need every ounce of strength he's got right now. What a game. This is unbelievable. This is the 3rd one in a row. Drake, it's been like with this under 2 minutes left, 1:54 tie ball game. Drake, it's given Weston everything they can handle and vice versa. This coming into this game, no one would have predicted this. A 10 seed versus a 12 seed in the North Finals. I don't think anyone would have predicted that. We knew going in, Drake plays a tough schedule. They play a lot of Division I teams, Lowell, Central Catholic, Andover, North Andover, Chelmsford, Tewksbury, Billerica. So they play all these Merrimack Valley teams, tough Division I opponents, and that strength is showing now. Myers has only gone 7 guys deep. So a lot of guys on the bench that haven't seen action, including Jaden Hilton, who's a senior. And we've got a couple. Annis is a junior rather. Kelly's a junior. If Drake gets anyone else fouled out, he may have to go to that bench. And they're going to have to come up big if they get called upon. 1:45 left. 41-41. Tapped away by Santiago. They don't want to foul here.
They're going to go down low.
Mayhew
No good.
can't make it.
Mayhew loses it, gets the ball back.
Gets it out to Williams. Reset the shot clock. And Torres taps it away. 1:28 left in the game.
Stays Weston here.
No fouls. Drake can ill afford to foul. That would put him at the line for 2.
Overthrown.
It's out of bounds. Turnover. 12th turnover of the half, 17th of the game.
We talked about that same ref earlier on with the no calls for Drake with a big call there late in the favor of Drake.
Now there's 1:25 left. It's tied. Drake has the ball. They can hold it until 1 minute. 21 seconds on the shot clock. 1:15 on the game clock. Down to 1:10. 13 on the clock, shot clock.
Weston here needs to look to get the ball. Oh,
Santiago drives, can't lay it in, and it goes out of bounds to Drake. 30-second shot clock. 1 minute exactly on the game clock. 41-41. And we've got a whistle timeout.
1 minute exactly left. A low-scoring game, 41-41. And what a game it has been.
Absolutely. Now we have one timeout remaining for both teams. So that can come up big. 1 minute left. Coach Myers has the ball. Tie game, 41-41. This is one of the best games I can remember, Drake, in history. The last two would be right up there. I think they go right in order. Newburyport, St. Mary's, and now this one. If Drake can pull this game off, this is the Cinderella story of the year in the state of Massachusetts for sure. Drake came in with a 10-10 record into the playoffs. Some would say they backed into the playoffs, and now they're 13, won 3 games in a row, 13-10 against the Weston squad, who's been a Cinderella of their own, knocking off a 2, 3, and 7 seed. So we're down to the last minute. It's coming down to this. Drake trailed by 3 at halftime. Now it's a tie ball game. They've cut the lead by 3 in the last 15 minutes. 1 minute left. You got to lay it all on the court tonight.
And here we go.
You're getting every penny's worth of your Comcast cable bill today here with us on Drake at Access TV. Monette drives, gets it to
Torres for three. No good.
Uga with a rebound, passes it ahead to Williams. Torres is there for defense.
Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
They don't call it. And now we're down to 40 seconds. Tied game. Weston will hold it. Gets it into Mayhew.
Mayhew, jump ball. No, they call foul.
Let's see if this is McCullough's 5th. And
wow.
It is. I believe that's going to be his 5th foul. Cam McCullough's out of the game with 35.9 seconds.
I cannot believe that.
And Guerrero will check in for him. Great game for Cam McCullough.
He deserves a round of applause. He's been such a good player for this team over the course of his Drake career, and he has to step out here in the championship game.
So McHugh will shoot 2. That could be Cam McCullough's last play action of the year. We're hoping not, but McHugh's got to miss these free throws. He misses the first. Mayhew. He's got 21. 21 points for Mayhew. He's looking to put Weston up by 1. It's good. He now has 22 points. And Drake trails by 1 with 32 seconds left.
You need to get this bucket. You need to put it in now.
Can't wait, because if you don't make this one, there's not enough time left to get back in the game. So you've got to go. 20 seconds left. Goes to Santiago, now to Torres.
Torres, 8 on the shot clock. Torres going to drive. 5, 3 on the shot clock. Santiago for 3. No good. Rebound, put back up, and in!
And someone takes a timeout. I believe it was Drake. It was 0.1 second left.
What a shot!
Can you believe this? Drake is going to win this ball game by 1 point. You've got to be kidding me.
What a play!
Santiago with 2 big free throws against St. Mary's. Oh my Lord, unbelievable.
Santiago with the free throws, and Torres at the 3, and now Monette with the floater with just, we'll see what they put on the clock. It wasn't 0.01, the clock was running, I think it was about 2 seconds.
They have 21 up there now. I believe it's supposed to be 2.1, I believe.
And you make sure they get the clock right before they start the play again. And they do have it corrected to 2.1 left, and
2.1 seconds. Drake has a 1 point lead, 43-42. Drake cannot foul, and they have to get back. Let them get it in, play man-to-man defense, and see if they can run this last 2 seconds out.
And on edge is this crowd. Both sides are on their feet.
Wow, what a game.
It all comes down to this.
Let's see what Coach Myers draws up for a defensive play here.
2.1.
He's going to play man-to-man, full court man-to-man. You got to watch Uga here. Monette should be all over Uga. Here he comes to get the ball. Uga gets it.
Expires. No good! Drake wins the finals!
It wins 43-42 final!
And Monette.
Unbelievable!
And you can see the expression. Look at them on the court. They're all going crazy. Right over to the fan section. The finals. The Division III champions, the Drake Minis.
I cannot believe this. This is unbelievable. The Weston fans are in shock. The Drake fans are elated. Coach Myers holds his fist up. He can't believe it. He can't believe it. Look at him. He cannot believe it. And neither can I, Sam. What a game. It was a joy doing this game with you, covering this game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable game. We're going to try to get down on the court for some post-game interviews. We have the trophy presentation coming up. So we want to stay with you for the trophy presentation. Your North champion, Drake Minis. Wow. Look at the Drake student fans.
You have to give Weston credit, though.
Well, oh yeah, hats off to Weston. And look at the boys going over to the crowd.
Showing love with their
Oh,
with
you gotta
fellow
love
students.
that. That is a great moment. Look at that.
What a moment for the students. Me being a student myself, I'm excited as all hell.
And the Weston Wildcats and their captains, if they can come out to center court for the runner-up trophy, please.
So proud of these middies. They put up with a lot. They've gone through a lot this season, and we're going out now to center court for the trophy presentation for the runner-ups, Weston.
Awarding the runner-up trophy to a fantastic Weston team and a fantastic game, gentlemen. Thank you.
Fantastic game indeed. What a game.
There's Weston. That's number 12. Jake Corbett holding the trophy for Weston. What a great game.
And, you know, it's hard. It's always great for the champion. It's always hard for the team that comes that close, especially a 1-point loss.
And here comes your North champion, Sam, the Drake Middies.
To receive the Division I North Championship trophy,
The four seniors.
Four seniors shows Coach Myers out on the center of the court to receive the trophy presentation. Let's listen in.
guys, we get your team out here. We're going to post a picture.
And now the rest of the team will join the middies, the 4 seniors. And they've got a banner that they're putting out.
They're unveiling the banner that's going to be hung in the Drake High School gym. Division III champions. We don't get a shot of it. It's on the other side of the court, but still. The new banner to be hung in Drake High School, Division III champions.
We don't have, and I know for sure we don't have one of those banners hanging up. This is our first one, and I just can't say enough about this. Can't say enough about this squad. Once again, there's Coach Myers with the trophy. We're going to try to get down there for some post-game interviews, and I can't wait to go down and talk to the team. Well, folks, that's it for our coverage here tonight. Final score again, your Drake Middies 43, Weston 42, they're division champs. I'm Gordy Scott here with Drake Access TV with the North Finals champs, Drake Middies.
Let's go.
Guys, we watched from upstairs. I don't think it was really your best game, but you came out winners. What were you thinking? We saw you go over to the student section and you were going crazy. What were your thoughts?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I was scared.
You were scared? Cam? Cam, you fouled out? You fouled out of the game, but
I thought it was a tough call, but when we went over to that student section, just saw all my friends, did it for our town, put the town on our back.
Sure.
That's it.
how about you, Fry?
Man, they really popped out. They really turned us up tonight. Well, this afternoon. It was crazy.
Juan Carlos, what do you have to say? What are you feeling right now? You guys are the champs. What do you got to say?
I'm honestly speechless. I don't really have anything to say.
No, bro, it's crazy.
Here's the guy with a winning shot. Come on over.
Hey, Mitch.
Mitchell Monette with a winning shot. What was going through your mind, that last second shot?
My mind was blank. My mind was racing when the ball went up. I was like, oh my gosh. And
now, where were you at that play? Were you just going into the basket for a rebound and then just happened to?
I saw the shot go up and I just crashed. Just crashed.
When that shot went in, what did your heart feel like? Well, like what was the?
I started jumping for joy.
And they put 2.1 seconds back on the clock. What were you guys thinking in the last 2 seconds?
No fouls. Just stay straight up.
Just D up.
They can force a tough shot.
I was fouled out. I was praying to God. When I see Mitch grab that rebound, I knew it was cash. That's why they call him Money Mitch. That's why they call him Money Mitch.
Let's bring Will Peters in here. Will, you had a big task tonight against Mayhew. How was he to defend down low?
And it wasn't that bad. He just got all the boards right to him sometimes. Sometimes I lost him, but all I gotta say is we're going to the Garden, baby. So that's it.
Oh yeah! All right, let's get the rest of the team in, guys. Congratulations! Can we get one for the camera, one Drake it on 3 for the camera? Let's hear it.
Go ahead, Cam. All right.
Drake it on 3, 1, 2, 3. Drake it!
Let's go.
Gordy Scott and Sam Paul here with the North Division Championship coach and the trophy, Coach Myers. I know this wasn't your best game tonight. I know you guys didn't play to your expectations, but you came away with a win. What are your thoughts?
I told the guys it's really difficult to play in this arena, really difficult. And I think it took a little while for us to settle, and I'm not sure we really ever settled in, to tell you the truth. But we stuck with it. We stuck with it, man. We made some big plays late. I felt like if we could get a lead, and we got that 3-point lead, I thought that might be enough, and it turned out it wasn't enough, right? So we needed to make a play late, which we've been doing, as you know, for the past 3 games.
So Mitchell Monette comes up with a big rebound at the end of the game, puts it in. You call timeout. What were your thoughts there taking a timeout after that last shot?
Probably not the right call by me, because that clock was winding down and it wouldn't allow them to set up because that kid almost made it. So that was my fault. I thought we had more time. I wanted to set the defense. I didn't realize we burned that much time off the clock. But once I called that, we just tried to set up, not foul, and hope they miss.
Skate with 2. They ended up putting. It was at 0.1 seconds. They ended up putting 2.1 back on the clock. It is a lot of time. What were you at the timeout? What did you tell the kids? Just don't foul. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, keep them in front of you. I felt like they were going to try to go to maybe the big guy in the middle, 24, and then a quick kick to someone for a 3. but they went right to their top guy, Uga, who's a load to cover. I don't know how many points he had in the second half. We did a tremendous job on him.
Yeah, I think he only had 2 points in the second half.
And he gets a pretty clean look at back rims, and we're celebrating.
McHugh was a big kid down low.
Freshman.
And I think Will did a pretty decent job on him. He still had 23 points. I mean, what can you say about this Weston team? They're a pretty tough team.
They're tough. I'll tell you what, it was the one team we didn't want to see in the first round of the state tournament because it looked like that could have been a matchup because they're very similar to us, and they play that active zone with length and athleticism, and it gave us fits. We prepared for it, but you only have 2 days to prepare for it. Will's played the whole game. You know, he's our rock. He really is. He leads by example. He did his best on that kid. The kid's 6'7" with length. It's tough.
Another question about their defense. In the first half, they played a 2-3 zone against you. Then they went to that 1-3-1. Seemed to give you a little bit of trouble. You adjusted. You took a timeout and made some adjustments. What were those?
We tried. We wanted to attack the gaps. We wanted to move the ball quicker. It was sticking too much. Once we started attacking them, it put them in foul trouble. And we started getting better looks. So once we attacked the gaps, you know, we had a couple sets and we just couldn't get into them. It was just, their length was too much, really. So we just had to make sure that the passes were crisp and that we were getting good looks.
Okay, final question, Coach. You're now in the Final Four. You're going to play at the Garden. Drakett's never been to the Garden. How much does this mean to you being a Drakeit guy? What does this mean to you going to the Garden with this group of kids that really no one really believed in?
Yeah, we believed all along, but, you know, being a community guy, I pinch myself every night, Gordy. You know what I'm saying? I thought we could do some things. I told them we could make a run, and we made the run. It's great for the community. You see the turnout tonight. People are excited. People haven't seen it in a long time. I hear a lot of text message. Everyone's pulling for us. Everyone wants us to do well. You know, and the kids make that possible.
Coach, thanks for having time with us. Congratulations. Let's take a look at the trophy one more time.
Sleeping with this tonight.
Thank you. Yep. All right, so Sam and I are here. Sam, great game. Some of your thoughts of the post game.
You know, it was just an excellent game. It came right down to the wire, all the way to 2.1 seconds. That great shot by Mitch with just barely any time left. And it's really been that for Drakeit, has been those late shots. We had Torres one game, we had Santiago one game, and now Monette. I mean, just what a story.
And that's really what the story has been, there's no star. They're all stars. So it's going to be tough for, I think, any team playing this Drakeit team. They're a tough team to beat. They're physical, they're fast, they're quick. And we're hoping to bring you the next game. It's going to be at the Boston Garden. I don't know if we can do that, but we're hopefully we're going to be there. It's going to be unbelievable. And I hope you join us on Drakeit Access TV. Gordy Scott, Sam Powell, checking out. Good night, everyone.